My name is Tobias Engel, so the works that I prepared for today and show here at the Labyrinth Festival. So I normally work with mathematics, but sometimes I succeed in working on something that has more personal references for me. So I produced a series during a scholarship in Cleveland, in the USA, and that was a moment for me that I dealt with Edward Curtis's photography. These photos always fascinated me a lot. Curtis, at the beginning of the 20th century, he wanted to record all indigenous American tribes to document their habits and culture and all forms of culture they exhibited. So this topic at the beginning of the 20th century was very often undertaken in the USA. So that was a reference also to the fact that this culture that started to go extinct. So I wanted to tackle this topic as well. This is why I took two different motifs from Curtis. So I dealt with photo etchings. So I copied his photos on a copper plate. Then in 5 steps, I processed it. I dipped that and etched it in acids. Then I printed what was left. And I repeated that process 5 times up until the image virtually disappeared. That was very interesting. And during this work, I thought that going from the positive into negative, a certain image was created, but these were quite random forms. And I put my stamps there, and I also signed how much time each plate spent in the acid, actually. So what may be interesting that regardless of the fact that I got really interested in the extension of those culture, what mattered too is that my interest in documenting Indian tribes at the end of the 19th century resembled a bit collecting different forms of insects, for example, like beetles. So no one does it in the same form now. Another interesting view related to that is that how this portfolio was produced of Curtis's photography. It was also preceded by the then president of Mr. Roosevelt, so let me quote Roosevelt. Indians will soon disappear. Once they disappear, and they, as a living historical documentary, will disappear. Curtis didn't really believe the same thing, but it seems interesting how obvious the loss of this indigenous American culture was accepted. So that's all.